Good morning, everybody. It's free agency frenzy Monday. The legal tampering period has happened. And lo and behold, only one Lion didn't make it to it because he was re signed yesterday or Saturday. Doesn't know. We don't know for sure because the paperwork doesn't go in until Monday morning. We are currently at 380 subscribers, 87 subscribers on YouTube for KCB, 629 on Football Talk 365. And we're also going into some of the greatest Detroit Lions fan pages on Facebook. Send any easy for me to say. Donations, send them via Cash App. The tag is there. So how are you today, Von Doom?
Huh. My mouth is swollen, my tooth is messed up, but other than that, I'm still alive.
I'm gonna
How are you
refrain
today?
from being a smart ass, buddy. I'm doing great. Any day I wake up is good. I've told you this. That being said, let's start the show.
Out there, here locally in the community. Make sure y'all go check out Meat Cat Body by Jeremy Smokin.
That's right, it is Lions Talk with me, Smoking Jeremy B, and of course Von Doom, who's going to stay off camera today because I bet his mouth looked like he took a punch from Mike Tyson.
That's an understatement.
Okay. What? The Hulk? Is that closer?
Sure.
Or Thor's hammer?
Hey,
No, Thor's hammer, the swelling would be gone because the tooth would be out. So yeah, Hulk. He took a punch from the Hulk. There we go.
there we go.
Well, the coffee is going good today. First, we're going to talk about who's going to be leaving so far and hitting free agency is what it looks like because no deal got done over the weekend. Josh Reynolds, DPJ, CJGJ, and Charles Harris to hit free agency. Um, we still have CJGJ on the books for $3 million this year and $3 million next year. And if he comes back, great. If not, it does not bother me as much as it does some people because he really didn't do much for us all season. And he talked a lot of shit and didn't back it up. So, what do you think about all that, Dan?
What do I think about all that? Good riddance to them all. You got the only free agent you really needed to resigned.
And yep, exactly. We did get the one hitting free agency we wanted. I know, and I forgot to mention Jonah Jackson. He's gone. But the one thing I did want to add here is I said something about 4 weeks ago, right here on this program. You were sitting right here. I don't know if anyone remembers or not, but I did say Glasgow would be back 6 to 8 million per year in 2 to 3 years. It's 20 million over 3. How'd I do?
You're pretty close.
I mean, it's 6.3 million a year. I mean, that's pretty spot on. Detroit fan report is in. Yes, sir. And I like the little villain logo you got there. Is that Neil Green?
That's Neil Green.
That's what I thought. What's up, my brother? But Glasgow is back. And did he get paid? He got paid more than he did last year, but he didn't get as overpaid as he did with the Broncos. So I love the signing. I think it's perfect. And I said, yeah, that's Neil Green Senior. Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, Dan, change your background to where it shows the villain Lions Cup, if you can. There it is. There's that tumbler I told you about, Neil. I think it's dope as fuck. But yeah, Glasgow's re-signed. We're going to be paying attention. Kirk Cousins looks like he's hitting free agency. No deal got done. Bobby Wagner turned down the signing with the Seahawks. He's hitting free agency. Uh, the contract talks broke down with Eric Armstead last night, so he is now in free agency. And also, they're losing Javon Kinlaw to free agency either because they didn't pick up his fifth-year option. This is a crazy time right now, especially for the 49ers. I love the fact that Glasgow is back. It was the only one that I said was actually worth re-signing out of the group. Uh, that's fine, Neil. I'd let you join up with us because you have a different perspective than some. So what time you get out of class? We got 47 watching and only 5 likes. T. Higgins requesting a trade. I don't think he understands the exclusive tag as much as it is. It's pretty much a fully guaranteed thing. Even if he gets hurt, he's making top 3 money compared to the 8.5 million he made last year. I think that's kind of crazy. To give up that 21.3 and get traded to somebody and then get extended out because it won't be that much. His market value is considered $10.8 million. I don't think he's a $21 million guy. He'll make more if he rides out the tag and then takes an extension myself.
Who? T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
I doubt it. I think he goes somewhere. He'd probably get close to 25 a year right now with how needy a lot of teams are in the wide receiver market. He's still pretty young. He's very productive, and he's a big, tall receiver.
If he was a wide receiver 1, I agree, but he's not the wide receiver 1. He's a wide receiver 2, which is $10 to $15 million per year.
Except when Jamar Chase is out, he was wide receiver 1 and performed like wide receiver 1.
Yep, but Russell Wilson, yes, is confirmed. He is going to Pittsburgh. That's big news. What was the other re-signing that was done over the week, or the other signings that were done? I missed a couple. I know I did.
The Bucs re-signed Baker Mayfield.
Oh, the Bucs re-signed Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans.
Mike Evans we already knew about. Baker was 3 years, $100 million. So what's that like? 33.3339 a year.
And actually, he is meeting with the Texans today so far, is what I heard. Chidobe Awuzie has got high interview marks to go with the Texans, and we may not get a chance at him. Christian Wilkins is out there, but and for me, because he's got guaranteed money on the books, Eric Armstead might be cheaper and a better option because he'd fit right in as a DT2.
I said that a month ago. He's not going to be a free agent.
Yep. Keegan says he went rogue. Higgins asked for a trade himself. He didn't get his team involved at all. He's just mad because they didn't do an extension first. That's what it's all about. And he doesn't understand that they're trying to do it. The reason why a team tags a player is so they can work on the extension throughout the season. And players just hear the tag and get upset. He wasn't given the transitional tag. What about the DN that the Dolphins released? Put it in the chat. I don't know who it is.
Christian Wilkins.
That's a D tackle.
D tackle. They didn't release a DN.
No, they've released another DN, is what he's saying.
I don't know about all that. But back to that T. Higgins thing. T. Wiggins. Okay. But the T. Higgins thing there, that contract there, they gave him that 19.3 this year. his biggest issue about it is they haven't even talked to his agent about a contract extension since last March. They haven't even brought it up this year either. So he feels like he's not wanted, not valued there. Oh, Van Ginkel, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, Van Ginkel. Agba is the DN they released. That's somebody I'd be interested in. But in all actuality, I think the 3-down defensive end that would be better for this team that just got released and nobody's talking about is the one I've been talking about for 3 weeks. AJ Epinesa from the Bills. I think he makes way more sense because he plays the run well as the pass. And I don't think he'd garner top tier money. Xavier Howard is actually a rumored fit for Detroit as well. The 3 teams he fits, one of them can't afford him. That was Minnesota.
I think he'd be a horrible signing.
You think Xavier Howard would be a horrible signing?
Yes. Go look at QBR against him this year and last year too. He came back after that injury. Hasn't been the same player. He's an older guy. Nah.
Aaron Leitert. Glasgow is staying home right here in Detroit. He got a 3-year deal, $20 million. So $6.3 million a year, and I think almost half of it guaranteed. So he's pretty much locked up as a Lion for life at 33 years old.
I think his age is the only reason he didn't end up with $15 million a year.
I know, and that's why I said where I'd be happy with him because of his age is $6 to $8 million. I literally said this. CJGJ, Josh Reynolds, DPJ, Jonah Jackson, and Charles Harris will all be gone unless they're re-signed today.
Hey, Andrew, Keegan, keep your hands off him. He's mine. He's one of the Giants.
Not if Brad Holmes talks to him first.
We're already in talks with him from – they were tampering with that at the Combine. He's their big guy they want to go after this offseason.
Well, if they wanted to give CJ another prove-it contract, and look, right now our cap room is $45 million is the projected salary cap right now. And that's according to Over the Cap. Texans are at 62. They're number 1. I'm happy we got Glasgow back. And now, not necessarily they could be testing free agency. Lions could have offers on the table. CJGJ has strong interest from the Titans. Good. I think they're going to test free agency and they're going to get paid. CJGJ already gave us a discount once. Wilkins is a top tier D tackle. So you're talking about somebody who's been an All-Pro and a Pro Bowl.
And is still young. He's only 27. You're looking at probably Chris Jones money, maybe a little less.
Right. So a minimum of 15 million up to 20 million is what I'm thinking.
And if you're not going to make him your DT1, it's stupid to go for him.
Right. I mean, because he's a DT1, right?
Yes. He's collapses the pocket as a DT1.
FFP in the chat. Good morning. It's a great day to be a Lion. One pride. Well, I was talking about after the initial re-signings we did earlier and everything else. Yep, we've already discussed that, Fred. It was 3 years, 20 million with half of it guaranteed. He's pretty much signed up as a Lion for life now. That's going to sign him through 36. 5 games if you include the playoffs, Dale. Or is it 6? Something like that. Yeah. He played week 18. Those 3 plus the 2 earlier. Oh, a total of 7 games. 3 games in season. It wasn't a horrible signing, but it was horrible production.
The money. with what you ended up paying him, it's not terrible.
Right.
Let's see. What else was it? Kevin Byard signed with the Bears. That was the other one.
Kevin Byard to the Bears.
And
Just like the Bears to overpay for a guy that's over 30 and been on the decline in his play.
Is it really overpaying? 2 years, $15 million?
I think it is.
7.5 a year is not too bad for a guy that's been an All-Pro. I think Philly was just bad for him because he was playing good down in Tennessee.
Right. I mean, we're probably not going to hear a lot right now because Holmes said his key thing was signing at least one of the guys of the O-line. That's a check mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
And getting the extension done with Amon-Ra, then work on anything else, correct? Isn't that the pecking order he gave in the end of season presser?
Something like that. I don't really think that matters because the amount of time that's passed since then. But if he was going to blow his load on one player, you would know within the next hour and a half, 2 hours.
Exactly. And the other thing is as soon as he was asked about the Goff extension in the end of season presser, he just said, "Next question, please." I thought that was the best blow off answer I ever heard from a GM ever. And when he was asked about it later, yeah, of course we're interested in re-signing Goff. It wasn't anything concrete or set. Isn't that what you heard?
Mm-hmm.
So, and we all have agreed prior to this that if it gets to free agency and there's no deal done for Goff, there probably won't be. Hey, that's exactly right. Orlando Escobar Jr. hoping someone is chip chasing and we get them cheap. And that could be. Hey, Eric Armstead or Javon Kinlaw. Eric Armstead would be the better one, but he's a DT1 too, but he's already being paid by his guaranteed contract through the 49ers that let him go because the extension didn't get done. So there's somebody we might be able to get done. And Russell Wilson's deal is only 12 million people. The 39 million he's getting is from the Broncos.
It's 1.2 million.
Oh, is it 1.2? Because they just said 12 million on NFL Network on the screen right now. I'm watching it on my TV.
They're dumb, but it's 1.2. He took the vet minimum so that Denver still has to pay the bulk of his salary. That was a big FU to them. That was.
Adam Schefter said it's 12 million.
Go double check, sir. Who do you think are going to be the first big names we hear about today?
Oh, wow. I think, believe it or not, probably Chidobe. I think he's going to the Texans.
You think so? Huh.
Landon Dickerson got paid. Who?
Offensive guard.
Okay. Was he a free agent or re-signed? He was just re-signed, right?
I believe. Wasn't he with the Eagles?
I don't know.
You think Kirk to Atlanta is going to be the first one?
Yeah, Kirk to Atlanta is going to be one. I've pretty much been saying that for 2 weeks now, ever since their money has been so bad.
From what I heard last night, he said that he'll give the Vikings a chance to match whatever offer he gets.
Eagles 4 years, 84 million. Yeah, that was a re-sign for that guard. Correct?
21 a year? Holy shit. 21 million a year for a fucking guard. Wow. I'm sorry, that's just crazy.
So the updated big board just came out on NFL Network today, and anybody that thinks we're getting Braden Frisky at 61 or later has bumped their damn head. He's bumped up to the 44th prospect. So if you're going to take him, you're going to have to take him at 29. I see them signing a mid-tier DN, possibly a a mid to high tiered DT2 and a high tiered cornerback is what I probably. And when I say high tiered, it's not going to be somebody that we're all thinking of. It could be somebody like Kendall Fuller or Xavier Howard. I mean, everybody wants Xavier Howard, but at the same time, he dropped off bad last year because he switched to CB2. It's kind of the whole mental thing that happened with AO when we made Okuda.
I still say the best signing for you guys, honestly, would be Steve Nelson. But the
Steve-
fact that he's 30, Steven Nelson from the Texans, but he's like 29, 30 years old, and everybody can be like, oh, he's old. Guy's been playing great the past 2 years. He resurrected his whole game.
And I wanted him 2 years ago, too.
Snead might be the first one. Supposedly, they're asking for a second-round pick for Snead, but I don't see him honestly wanting to leave Kansas City. I think he's going to play out that deal, as he should, because if they tag him again next year, it would be $23.2 million. So over a 2-year span, he makes $40 million fully guaranteed. Whereas you got the guy like Jalen Johnson, who just signed with the Bears and only averages $17.5 million a year over that time. That's
So
just
no to
dumb as a
Chase.
player.
Somebody says no to Chase. Yeah, I'm absolutely out on Chase Young. I mean, somebody who got benched to not be a starter in that Super Bowl because of his lack of dedication to play and show up in practice as well as on the field. And he had a solid game as a backup, but he didn't play as many snaps. He says, I want Mentor out of Michigan who play the pro style offense. Do you mean Zenter? But good morning, everybody. Thank you for watching. 42 people on. Should the Falcons draft a QB or sign a free agent QB? I 100% they should do both.
No, Keegan, you can laugh at that. Chase Young to the Bears wouldn't be bad.
I haven't seen that yet about Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Zenter. That's who he's wanted.
Yeah. There's supposedly Chicago is in on Jacobs and Barkley. Whichever one they can get a better deal with is they want.
Yeah, and realistically, if you look at it, Barkley will probably be the cheaper one. Yeah, Zach Zenter. Right now he's considered, I think, in the top 130. So that means you'd either have to take him at 92. We don't have any compensatory picks this year, which I don't understand. But that means you either got to trade back and get a 4th round pick, or you're gonna have to grab him at 92. And at 92, there are guys that actually fit our defense and our offense better right there that might be able to play right away because nobody knows when Zenter will actually be able to play right away. Well, he's already out here testing free agency. It's the tampering period. So I personally don't want CJGJ back.
You're going to drop a bag on
Walker is in free agency, and from what I heard, Arizona, Buccaneers, and one other team is actually interested in him. He's gone, Neil. I'm sorry.
He's a bum anyway.
Great tackler, not a great coverage guy. Wow.
For what, though? What do you want to re-sign him for if he's better?
If he was so good, he wouldn't have lost his job to Ife Melifonwu, Neil.
Pittman and Colts agreed to a 3-year, $71.5.
Yep. Well, he was tagged, and they said they were going to work out the extension. Well, it's done. That's perfect. 3 years, 71.5. Is Pittman as good as Amon-Ra St. Brown? It's close, isn't it?
That's a hard comparison.
It's closer than a lot of people think.
Yeah. Pittman could also do a couple things he can't.
Right. Pittman is more of an X than a slot because he's faster, correct?
He's not really that much faster, but he's bigger and he can go up and contest the ball.
Braylon, I don't think they're going to sign somebody like Justin Simmons because of the needs in other places. We're still deep at safety, really. Because don't forget, we still got Brady Breeze on the practice squad. We still got Brandon Joseph on the practice squad, which haven't hit the field yet.
And
Did we
Brian Branch
resign
is a safety.
St. Brown's under contract this year, Andrew Isham? It's an extension we're working on before he comes up for contract talks. Diggs back to Detroit for me. I don't want Diggs anywhere near Detroit. He's been injury prone. The only time he gets interceptions is when it's a bad pass because he's out of position. And he's injury prone. And he's older. He's on the back end of that prime. He's at like 30, 31 now. No,
Safeties can play till they're like 50, though.
not really.
No. But it's funny to say when a corner gets old, they go to safety. So they can play till they're 50.
Yeah, corners can do that because they don't usually go to safety until they're 33. I don't want Diggs anywhere near this roster. I don't think he has that dog mentality anymore. He misses tackles, as we saw when he played in Detroit this year. I'd rather take a rookie or let Brendan Joseph play over Diggs.
Go sign Xavier McKinney. He wants it bad.
Our culture will bring the dog out of any new guys. Keywords there, new guys. Old dogs have old tricks. They don't really learn anything new.
You have to find somebody that's already got that freaking attitude and that mentality that's going to put in that work. Like, realistically,
yes,
you guys are running a zone coverage.
I did mention that already. And
like I'm saying, though, Xavier McKinney would work great for you guys there.
He might.
He's a ball hog zone cover that could tackle like crazy.
I like him way better than CJGJ. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't get hurt.
Right.
That man played 100% of the defensive snaps this year.
And other than trading for aging players, have we really signed any players over 29 other than Glasgow? Since Brad Holmes been here?
They really haven't signed many players at all since he got there free agency.
Right. It's been a trade for an aging player, or we've signed people's cast-offs that were former first and second round picks, right?
Yep. Buccaneers signed kicker Chase McLaughlin, whatever the hell his name is.
McLaughlin.
Just re-signed Greg Zuerlein. Bills reworked the contract for Dawson Knox. Panthers re-signed Troy Hill. Y'all got Glasgow. The Jags signed the center from Buffalo.
Now that I don't mind. John Runyon Jr. to free agency. He might be somebody we can grab that wouldn't be too expensive to fill in where Jonah was as a starter. Then you don't have to draft one as much. You could draft one for development again. But would we really have to do that? Because Sorsdal's still developing, and plus we got Coyote Awasika, who actually did good in his spot starts. Do you think Snead gets traded today? Doubtful. That's a big tag, and he wants a bag. Unless somebody has a buttload of cash to give him, they're probably not trading for him.
Pretty much. Oh, that was the other re-signing. The Patriots re-signed Kendrick Bourne this weekend.
Oh yeah, 3 years. It's a good deal.
Yeah, it's $11 million a year.
$11 million a year. It was a great deal for them, and I think it was something like $15 million guaranteed. So at least if he gets hurt, he gets half his money. Or maybe it was a third. I can't remember. It was 10 to 15 million. But that's a great signing. because Kendrick Bourne has been well for him. Isn't that the guy that was another converted quarterback to wide receiver?
I believe.
Yeah. Julian Edelman 2.0. They do that a lot, don't they? Draft a mobile quarterback and turn him into a wide receiver.
It works.
Mac Jones traded to Jacksonville. Guess that means J.J. Daniels or Drake May to New England. I have the feeling for some reason Kraft likes Michigan QBs.
Dude, I've been hearing that all over the place.
According to the clock up here, it says oh, that's a rerun. Yep, 30 minutes. You never know, Fred Peterson, Russell Wilson, if they actually fix the line, because now they don't have to draft a QB right away. They can go for somebody mid-tier in the second or third round. They could fix that O-line, and Russell Wilson might be okay. But at the same time, it's Pittsburgh. They took Kenny Pickett over Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah, that was just to save me kind of homer pick there. Pickett was good in college.
Yeah, he was good. He had Joshua Addison. That helped him a lot. All right. Neil wants to go live, so I'm going to get him a link. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. Oh, to just signed that corner from the 49ers, too, Isaiah Oliver.
I love Neil. I haven't talked to him for a minute. There it is. It's sent, buddy. It's sent to your messenger. If you need it to your Gmail, let me know, Neil. I can do that too. I have the technology. There it is. Send it Gmail too, just to be safe.
Orlando Escobar Jr. Don't forget, they still have Deontay Johnson on the roster, Holmes. Send that to the free agent. I like him too, but too much. You could probably get him at $11 million a year,
or less, because he's got guaranteed money on his contract. Everybody forgets he has guaranteed money. Ooh, building a new chicken coop. That sounds fun. I remember raising chickens. And I mean being that facetiously.
Ooh, good news. According to Jordan Rannon, both the Cowboys and Eagles are unlikely to sign Barkley. They aren't expected to be able to reach the asking price. Let's go. Pickens needs to learn to block and make the plays. It doesn't always include catching the ball. Don't get me wrong. He's a dog, but for sure, he refuses to do his dirty work.
That's why he probably won't be coming to anywhere around us. What do they preach here? If you don't block, you don't get the rock. Guess who didn't block last year?
J-Mo.
Shut your poor mouth. No, it was Josh Reynolds.
He still tried to give him the fucking rock when it mattered.
Sheesh. Right. Yeah, that's because that's his Goff security blanket. Lion King, anything shaken just came online. Eric Armstead was released because they couldn't come to a no block, no rock. J-Mo was a great blocker last year. Yes. But Eric Armstead was released from the 49ers. Christian Wilkins hit free agency. Cousins is hitting free agency. Barkley's in free agency. Josh Jacobs in free agency. Christian Wilkins. Who else? Chidobe Awuzie, who's meeting with the Texans. Yep, and Galladay didn't block here in Detroit the last season.
Fred Peterson, my mouth hurts too much to deal with your bullshit with dumb stuff today.
Craig Reynolds at the block of the year, and we re-signed him already. We tendered his restricted free agency, so he's back on the roster. So I don't think running back is as big of a need this draft. They would probably stay away from it. But if they took a swing at one in the 7th round, my 7th round swings going for guys that don't matter at the back end of the draft at 247, Quantez Stiggers or Frank Gore Jr. Either one, just as a swing.
Hey, you can't say guys at the back end of the 7th round don't matter. Brock Purdy done said fuck that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say. I'm just saying the pick doesn't matter because you might get somebody great and you might not.
Being courted by Jacksonville, Washington.
Yeah, he can't talk about that on the air, Fred. It might be X-rated.
No, because freaking dental freaking work is really expensive, and I let something go for way too long, and then the tooth freaking broke off, and now my face is swollen up like a freaking balloon.
Come on, my explanation was better.
Eagles
and Packers are interested in Xavier McKinney. Well, they did release Darnell Savage, right? So they have to put somebody back there.
Dear God, please don't let him go to the Eagles.
The Bears D scares me, but their offense don't, so I'm all right.
The offense don't yet.
Until I see it. He goes, damn, buddy, I'm sorry. I wish you'd have left it what I said, because that was great. It'd have been a great way just to leave it.
That is what it is, man.
ESPN's Diana Rossini reports Kirk is set to begin negotiating with the fail cants around noon when the tampering window opens. Yes, 23 and a half minutes away. Let's hope the Lions D scares people this year. It should. We added some great assistants because we all know that Aaron Glenn can't do it on his own, because when we left him to his own vices, we had him as much pressure as a paper on top of the paperweight. Rant and Q, good morning, peeps. We are almost there. Let's go, Lions. If Kirk goes to Atlanta, Fields stays in Chicago. Yes. Because they literally said if they were trading Fields, it had been done before free agency. Remember this? And as soon as the whole Baker Mayfield and Russell Wilson talk started happening, oh, hell, here we go. What's up, my brother?
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
Namaste.
Ready for this free agent period to start. Come on, Brad Holmes, get the cooking.
Yeah, 22 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Minus 22 minutes. So what do you think about that Glasgow re-signing?
With everything he did last year, stepping in when people got hurt, doing his thing when he was starting, I'm glad we signed. Glad I'm Glasgow about. You know what that means? Bye, Jonah Jackson.
Hey, didn't I say when we talked about this even before the playoffs the last time I talked to you, I said the guy I want back out of everybody is Graham Glasgow.
Yes, sir. I was happy when he came back to Detroit and the things that he did when he came back to Detroit and the spots that he filled. So re-signing him was a no-brainer. So
and I said make him a Lion for life. 2 to 3 years, give him that $6 to $8 million. Boom. It's exactly where it fell. $6.3 million, 3 years.
Yep. So Graham Glasgow, I feel like Graham Glasgow, Frank, and TJ all going to retire in the same couple of years. So, but I'm glad we got them 3 back. So I'm happy with the Glasgow.
We have Decker under contract through next season, and Ragnow's under contract till the season after that. So technically, Ragnow and Glasgow are the ones that could retire together. You know what I'm saying? So either this year or next year is when you're going to have to think about drafting early a guard to replace them or a center. And
Graham Barton,
JPJ, or Cooper Beebe. And you know what? At the rate it's going and the way they're moving up the boards, it doesn't matter which one it is, you got to take them at 29.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't be surprised if Brad Holmes, you know how they always predict for the future, we draft a lineman this year. So
Yep, Ricky Saccott, he called it. Decker and Ragnow are lifers, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm saying they're going to play out the contracts and retire. Just think about it. Decker will be 32, 33 years old when he retires if he doesn't. Decker trade bait at the deadline. Egan, are you nuts?
And usually our Lions for life are people that retire early. So we glad we got them through their whole career now.
Yeah. We finally got some people through their whole career.
Yes, like they might have things changed in Detroit.
You talking about this one, or are you talking about Neil's there, his lid there? Which lid you talking about? I think he's talking about you there, Neil.
Well, if you go outside of Detroit line before the stadium in Detroit, there's a Sports Superior store right there. That's where I got this hat for $45. So
he's talking about you, Neil. Panay stays at right tackle his whole career. Yeah, once Taylor Decker goes, he might. Barry, Megatron, Lions for life, but only 8 years. Well, 9 for Barry. Think about it. It was 9 for Barry. Almost 10.
So yeah, let's have things change in Detroit. This is a destination where players want to go. Like people want to be here the whole time. Usually it's a 1 year prove it deal. I'm all worried about myself and gone. Now people coming here and they trying to be here for the rest of their career. That's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing. Real quick, we're talking about that for life. Just think about like reality here. The lifespan of an actual male lion is only 8 to 10 years. It makes perfect sense.
But I love you.
Respect that.
But I heard that the life of a giant stopped over 2,000 years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm blaming.
Did the Giants get rid of Daniel Jones?
No, we can't get rid of Jones yet unless somebody trades for him.
Okay.
And because
it'll be a 50. Right? If they trade for him right now, we could basically take a $12 million cap hit and it's great, and it'd be a $68 million hit. It would free up $68 million in cap. If we cut him after next season, it's take $22 million dead cap hit, clear up $22 million. So
basically, y'all got him for another season because ain't nobody trading for Daniel Jones.
Hey, somebody gave up a 6th round pick for Mac Jones. I say if we offer Daniel Jones in a second, we can get a 7th from somebody. The whole Brock Osweiler trade all over again.
Brock Osweiler did pretty good in that year, though. This ain't that year Daniel Jones did good to go to the playoffs. He was hurt, so they got some money for Brock Osweiler. Look what he did. They was like, oh, he sat behind Peyton Manning. He going to be all right. Trash.
Yeah. He got signed down to the Texans, but they traded him to the Browns. They gave him and a 2nd for like bullshit, just so they'd take his contract.
Well, let's talk about this. Because 50 games in, Trevor Lawrence has a 20-30-0 record, right? With 60 games in, 22-36-1 for Daniel Jones. Completion percentage, Trevor Lawrence, 63.8. Completion percentage for Daniel Jones, 64.3. How the fuck is Daniel Jones considered a bottom 32 quarterback and Trevor Lawrence a top 10?
Because he had Saquon Barkley and he was throwing the ball short to him. That's why.
No, he actually has in-air yards of 2.5 yards further than Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Saquon Barkley yards after catch. That's why.
In-air yards. In-air yards I'm talking about. In-air yards per pass.
Are they counting completions too?
Reynolds so far is gone. And I'm kind of glad he is, because he takes away snaps from J-Mo because he's Goff's security blanket.
And we all know, as a Lions fan, we want to see J-Mo. We want to see J-Mo.
We want to see something. We saw a great stretch there from week 8 all the way through the NFC Championship game before his next drop.
Even when he made that catch, and we thought he pulled something. When he got up, I think that's when he knew, like, oh, I'm fully back. Like, oh, I thought I pulled something, but everything cool.
Orlando Escobrano Jr. DeVito made Jones look mid, but Jones makes Trevor Lawrence look mid is my point. Because
that's
if
Trevor Lawrence. That's two totally different situations, though.
It may be. The only thing that's different is Trevor Lawrence has had a better roster around him. You can't tell me. The only thing better was Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants than that roster in Jacksonville when Lawrence got there.
Yeah, Urban Meyer as a coach for a year.
And Daniel Jones had 2 years with Joe Judge. That's the same guy.
Daniel Jones also had 5 different offensive coordinators so far in 5 years. What's that, on his 3rd head coach now?
3rd head coach.
And who was his best wide receiver that entire period of time was Darius Slayton.
And in 1 year it was Sterling Shepard.
Who would y'all rather have as your quarterback? Daniel Jones or Trevor Lawrence?
Okay, if health concerns are completely out of the book, I'm going to take Daniel Jones over Trevor Lawrence.
What?
100%.
Josh Reynolds. Wait, Lion King saying Reynolds can block. I don't like it. Craig Reynolds is back. He blocked. Josh Reynolds didn't block at all. Josh Reynolds was just Goff's security blanket. You can watch so many times when Josh Reynolds would olay and a guy got stopped at 4 or 5 yards rather than getting to 10 or 20 like they do behind JMO.
I'd rather have people Jones, Reynolds.
Amen. And the market value, if you look at it on over the cap, the market value for Josh Reynolds is $7.9 million. DPJ is 2.4.
But yeah, I think that's Goff's security blanket though, Jeremy. That's the security blanket. He most comfortable with anybody in here. Even more than St. Brown, he's more comfortable with Josh Reynolds.
I know. It's time for him to prove he can do it without 3 security blankets on the team. It's time.
That's my quarterback. I believe Goff can do it. I really believe Goff can do it. Look where he got us at. We was 1 game from the big game. 1 game. A second half debacle that it still hurts my heart to even think about or talk about against San Francisco. But he was 1 half away from being in the Super Bowl.
Well, the thing that changed the whole flow of that game was the luckiest catch I ever seen off of a bounce of a football. That changed the whole flow of the game. And then
that and a fumble.
The fumble hurt us, but it did not hurt us as much as the 2 drops trying to extend drives in the third quarter.
That 2 drops that changed the whole Detroit Lions fan base on their perspective about Josh Reynolds. Them 2 drops, because it became the biggest game at the biggest times. If he would have caught at least one of those balls, I think we would have won a game. Like,
yeah, just one, because it had extended a drive. It took away a scoring drive.
Just one.
And it was the prop. If you think, as much as everybody hates not kicking it, the play was called right. The finished execution of the wide receiver was wrong.
The ball was there. The placement of the ball, everything was right. He just didn't catch it. I remember the first drop. He went back and he looked at his hands on the sideline, like the dude from the Little Giants. That's when he knew he needed some sticker.
That happened in the second quarter, though. Was his first drop? Remember?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you would have go back and watch the game, he looked at his hands on the sideline, like that's when we knew we needed to have stickers like the Little Giants.
Every single one, he was laughing about every drop, laughing, smiling, and walking over to the sideline while everybody else is looking at him like, "You think this is funny?"
But credit to Josh for the things he did do when he was here. So but just that last game,
And Aaron Lightart, you're exactly right. What the fuck happened in that game?
Bro,
I've said this, and I said it after the NFC Championship game post-game. I want to know what the bank account of every single one of his relatives looked like after that game, because I think he got paid.
I think they took the under.
Get a migraine thinking about it.
Yeah, it does. But for him to go into the post-game pressure after that, and they asked him about the drops, he says, "Shit happens," laughs, and walks off the stage. That's not the last reaction I want to see from somebody that just cost a game.
Yeah, it's like somebody got paid. And we try to get him as a sentence too. After, you feel me? Remember our last game of the year, we was steady going, so we get him. And that's how you play us, Josh. That's how you play us.
It still hit the wide receiver in the hands.
And
Your wide receiver, the wide receiver's only job is to catch that damn ball.
Hit him in his muffins, man. Hit him right in his muffins. Like,
you can blame Goff all you want, but those of us that watch the game other than you, blame Josh Reynolds. It hit you in your mitts.
No excuses.
It's either that or somebody coated his wide receiver gloves with the natural stickum into with KY. There was something happened that game. Why did Ben Johnson not give Monty the ball in the second half? Let's see his damn bank account too. No, Glasgow's back. I'm sorry. When I reported that, the signing was not reported. Goff is Glasgow's re-signed. So now we only have to replace one guard.
And the whole thing about him and the play calling, like that second half, like I still believe put off the next.
Then after that, we didn't run the ball again until the fourth quarter.
When you got a lead like that, we up by what 17 with 13, 14 at the half. You should have been running the ball consistent.
We were up by 17 at the half.
17 at the half. We should have been running the ball. Like we should have came out drives and ran the ball 3 times, drive straight down and didn't punt it if we had to. But
yep, and Nate Everett agrees with me. Personally, I'm glad CJGJ is out too. He wrote checks his ass couldn't cash.
Hold up, pause. We need CJGJ right now. I know everybody happy with Iffy Matafalu, and everybody happy with Kirby Joseph. But when we had that rotation in and he came back, it was interception and our defense was holding up. Our defense held San Francisco. We was up by 17 at the half. CJ in the game before the Rams, he made a big breakup and everything. I was like, we need CJ back. Now that Tracy Moore, I know everybody's talking about Tracy sucked. This man's coming off of Achilles heel. He didn't play for a year. And then they signed CJ, so his play was limited. We need CJGJ back. He brings that attitude, that tenacity, that tenacity that we didn't have in Detroit. We did not have that fight in that anchor. That
he's fine for the locker room with tenacity. I'm going to tell you why we don't need him, and it was that first half of the game. The one we held them to 7 points, the only reason they got 7 points is because his penalty cost us a drive. Remember? On the pick, when he laid out Debo for no reason whatsoever with a blindside hit and got called.
That wasn't for no reason. That was because Debo was talking shit all season. He let his emotions get the best of him.
No.
Whoa. Time out.
Don't do that.
I gotta comment on this one, Neil. If you're gonna do some dirty shit like that, don't be a little bitch about it. Blast that some bitch and take him the fuck out. If you're gonna take the penalty and hurt the team, make it worth it.
He bitched out with his shoulder. You know what I mean? He bitched out on it.
I agree with you on that because I see a lot of people that sneak somebody. They're like, oh, yeah, I hit him. But you ain't knock him out. You had a clear cut hit. You could have knocked him out. He should have knocked Debo out in that game. He should have, like Kirby do. He should have went lower or something and knocked him out. I agree with you that, but I'm just talking about the tenacity, that move swing, that get everybody hyped, get everybody fired up. That's what CJGJ brings to this game. I know a lot of people don't like it. He was out here playing 4 games in the season. I understand that, but just to that tenacity, something that swagger that Detroit ain't never had. Never had. Like, we ain't never had that with a player. To go out there and talk shit, you feel me? We ain't never had that in Detroit. And I think that fires up our players on that defense. And we need something like that.
We've had that before on our defense.
With Louis Delmas and them, Louis was a smacker.
Delmas and Ndamukong Suh. Those two talk more shit on that defense than CJ did all year.
And everybody leave after that. But they ain't here now. Like, we ain't had that system. I
know, and I understand that. But wait, Branch was jaw-jacking all year and backed it up.
And that's another thing I got to ask. Like, with Branch being a safety, with Branch coming out of college being a safety, and they moved him to corner, you don't think he won his safety position back?
He might, but guess what? As a nickel corner, he was the 9th best ranked corner by PFF.
I really see him in that. I really see him in that slot position than them bringing Will Harrison, and because you know,
preach. I'm hoping.
And another thing is, don't be mad if the Lions re-sign Will Harris because they do it all the time, and that's their guy. That's their guy.
This year, he's still under roster this year. But every time I hear Campbell say no turds on this roster, I want to ask him, what about Benito Jones and Will Harris?
Yeah, so
that's the question.
Look.
Exactly. Melo may be a fluke, but at the same time, we lost sacks because Melifonwu was taken out of the starting roster. In those 6 games he played, he was our best pass rusher. It was him and Hutchinson.
Yes, sir.
I want to see Detroit get Snead and place Branch back at safety, but one can drink. I don't want Snead here because he wants $20+ million a year.
That's just too much. If we re-sign Snead, we're not gonna give extension to Jared Goff or Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I don't want to see it either.
Look at Lorenzo in the chat going, what's shaking bacon to Neil?
I miss you guys too. It's been crazy since this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy offseason. Should the Bears move on from Justin Fields and draft the QB with the first overall pick? I think it's stupid.
Listen, I would love to see Justin Fields gone. I'm tired of him eating on our defense every time we played him.
Wait,
I'm so tired. Get Caleb Williams. Please get Caleb Williams.
He's won one game. He's won one game versus Detroit.
I understand that, but he be eating our defense alive, though. Like, them Glaives should be not close as they were. Justin Fields, man, it's a problem with Justin Fields. We have a problem with mobile quarterbacks. Get Caleb back there. Mr. I want 10% of the company. Put him back there.
And Friday it came out. Poles said he has a generational draft haul for the first overall pick, and they're keeping Fields. They just can't announce that till Wednesday, that trade, because it has to do with draft picks. All trades don't finalize until Wednesday when free agency actually opens. This is just the legal tampering period. They can announce what the signings are and who's going where, but this isn't the actual finalized deal.
I hope they get traded away. I hope they get another top 10 pick for it too. And then next year's and the following year.
Why?
Why? Because the Bears have sucked for so long, and most of their fans and people on the internet are just assholes. I want to see what they would do when their team was actually good.
I don't.
And we all
let them suffer.
I'm going to go back to the end of the season, right after the NFC Championship game. I said if Goff's deal doesn't get done before free agency starts, it's not happening.
They got to resign Goff. He's not going to play under his 1-year deal.
Jeff Risdon already reported they're not. He reported that on Friday.
His agent already came out and said there he's not going to play with the 1 year left on his deal. Goff's agent came out and said that.
Bitch ass.
Goff actually told Jeff Risdon just the opposite. So the agent's wrong.
Well, that was last year report where they said that he wasn't going to play under the 1 year.
Right. That was last year. This year, Goff says he understands that next year's cap goes up again, and he may get generational talent money, whether it's here or somewhere else next season.
If we don't sign him by this year, by the beginning of the season, we're not going to re-sign him. I can see that. That's when y'all will be having y'all hooker jerseys out.
Hey, I already got my hooker jersey. I got ahead of the curve. I bought it when we drafted him.
Yeah.
And I threw it in the throwback black and blue jerseys. Come on now. I told you why. You asked me why I bought it in the black.
I already know. We already know.
Goff is gone after 2024. Good riddance. That's exactly what Risdon said. They're either, if he gets us to the Super Bowl or wins the Super Bowl, they'll probably franchise tag him for a year. This is what Risdon said in his podcast. If you watch him 2 Fridays ago, go back and watch it.
I like Goff here, man, in a Lions jersey, man. I think I love everything he did for Detroit, man. 32 years without a playoff win. That's just crazy.
Understand it. But did he get us past the San Francisco 49ers? He should have, but did he?
Goff ain't the reason why we lost that game either, though. You can't put that on Goff.
I didn't say he is. But
Brad Johnson.
We will not win or lose games because of Goff.
Brad Johnson.
Oh boy.
I said it. It wasn't because of Aaron Glenn.
Big Dan Davis
Brad
says,
Johnson.
Neil, I already have a hooker jersey too. It's time. The free agency draft tracker is starting. Boom.
Let's see who gets signed. Who's not? Who's coming back? Who's not?
Yep.
I got a question for you, Jeremy. Who do you think we're gonna use on our first round pick? And what position?
Here's the thing: is I'm not for sure which. I know what our target should be. It's either DT, cornerback, or guard. And if it's not, and Darius Robinson is sliding down the board, he could be available at 61 right now. He's already down to the 58th player. So if we really want to bring Darius Robinson, the Canton High School product, back, we can draft him in the second round and pay him a lot less.
I'm about to say something that a lot of Detroit fans are going to be happy about. And a lot of Detroit fans is not. I can see us picking up wide receiver in the first round.
That is the ghost position. It's a need now without Josh Reynolds and without DPJ. You can't say wide receiver is not a need. But I don't know if we do it in the first round. Is all I'm getting at. That's like a back burner one. If they're not there. Per Adam Schefter, the Bears are making a strong push to sign DeAndre Swift. Yes.
No.
Yes. Another guy that's only good for 4 games a year and then disappears.
He played a full season last year.
And he disappeared in every game other than the 4 games he was great.
He might have played. He didn't do a goddamn
that
thing.
That whole Eagles team disappeared, Jeremy. That whole Eagles team disappeared. You can't just put that on Swift. Swift was balling.
I know. Swift's the last.
I don't want him to come here and be like, hey, I got 2 games against Detroit. Let's just ball out these 2 games versus Detroit. I don't want that.
His last good game was week 5 of the season, though. Yep. And Hurts disappeared too. And that defense disappeared because of that whole one-down lineman. Okay, go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
I wanted to say, hey, Neil Millen, why do you want a first-round wide receiver?
Like he said, Neil Millen. I'm not going to get Charles Rogers, Mike Williams, and Roy Williams. That's not me, but I just say that with the elevation of all the wide receivers coming out, it's a lot. It's wide receiver class is deep. I can just see us, and like you said, we lost Reynolds and Peoples-Jones. And it's a position that need. I just see with the class of these wide receivers especially if their person that they want is not there, I can see them picking up wide receiver because it's a position that need. That's why it's a position I need because we don't know. Like I love J-Mo, and I believe he could be a number 1. But who's our number 2? Amaraz in the slot. He don't play outside.
Don't tell me you want Xavier Worthy.
Position on that wide receiver room. We've seen him in the slot. We've seen him at the X. We've seen him at the Z. We've seen all of that.
Where do we get that money in them yards at? In the slot.
No, it's slants. Doesn't matter where he's at. He's a slant boy. He's Michael Thomas 2.0.
Yep.
Michael Thomas can make a jump ball. He can't do.
What are you talking?
Thomas is slant boy.
Jump balls. Don't even go there. Stop it.
He got that pit bull. He'll pull the ball away from you. He got that pit bull. But when have we seen Amara jump and just like snag a ball? No, they
almost every single end zone catch he's made over a defender.
Mm-hmm. When have you seen him jump over a defender, Jeremy?
Lots. Out of his touchdowns, about a third of them.
And the other ones were at his shoes.
All right, I gotta go back.
Okay.
I go back and rewatch film on that. I don't remember.
Okay, let me ask you guys about Jonah Jackson here, because right now Pat Leonard on actually saying that the Jets, Steelers, and Giants are the teams that are in on him right now. When he's healthy, is he worth the money?
When he's healthy, he's decent. He actually is one of the best run blocking guards in the league. But you guys are letting Saquon Barkley goes, so that means you're gonna be running with Eric Gray and whoever you draft.
They still say they can
Denver
come back
is
and
worried about
re-sign Barkley.
Tony
They just
Pollard.
let him test
Orlando
the market.
Jr. 21 million. What are you saying yikes about? Which player?
I like Jackson. I'm just not paying him that much.
Yeah, I think he's closer to a 15 mil guy.
And he from
Myself.
the Ohio. I mean, I'm an Ohio State fan, so
Ohio-
I like
yeah,
Jordan
he is
Jackson. I'm not paying him that much.
And the only sack he gave up in his entire Ohio State career was Isaiah Simmons in that playoff game they lost.
I think that's why they retired Glenn Glasgow.
That was a little sting right there without even trying. I just remembered
21
that.
million for a guard. He's talking about Landon Dickerson.
Oh yeah, Landon Dickerson. 4 years, 84 million. That's redonkulous money. So getting
what would y'all feel about signing? What's his name? Who we drafted that went to the Jets? What's his name? Last name start with an L. Logan Thomas. Is that his name? We signed
Lincoln Tomlinson.
Yeah, it's Laken Tomlinson. I
wouldn't mind. I would not want him back.
Why?
What did he do when he was for Detroit?
It doesn't matter what he did with Detroit. He wasn't given a shot.
Also,
remember
the coaching you had when
his year and then never played again. And then he gets traded to San Francisco, and that year they made the Super Bowl.
He was from Duke, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad we got Glenn Glasgow back. I'm taking Glenn Glasgow over him.
Is Jackson better than Dickerson? Probably not, but that's why he won't get that kind of money.
He's looking for a bag. I just don't think we should sign him for a bag.
Ooh, look at this. Lorenzo Lanier, thank you. A donation to the show. Send in through via Cash App. For keep roaring and soaring. I appreciate you. Namaste, sir.
So, who would be a person that y'all would like to see the Lions pick up in free agents?
Personally, a top flight corner. I don't care any one of the top three that is a zone corner, and that's Chidobe Awuzie, Xavier Howard, and Kendall Fuller. And
what about the dude that who cut him? He played for the Rams and then he went to where did he go? Was it the Dolphins? No, it wasn't the Dolphins. I was just reading a report about it. It was somebody that played for the Rams that was with Brad Holmes, and he went 1 year with somebody. And then he just
the guy I like is Darius Williams that got cut from the Jags. The one
that's what I'm talking about. Darius Williams. You hit it on the nail.
Yeah. That's my second tier. You got your first tier guys, and then you got your second tier guys. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Reality, the top two is Awuzie and Xavier Howard, and everybody else is in that second tier. If we can't get them, this is who I want. I would actually rank that Darius Williams, Kendall Fuller, and then the other guy, Steven Nelson.
Only thing I would about Williams is that means we got two number twos that is our starting corner because we all know what our boy did last year, Cam's son did last year in the second part of the season.
Yeah, that's because every time they put him on a wide receiver one, and he was a CB2 at Pittsburgh, we were in man coverage.
And he was hurt at the beginning.
And he got hurt.
He was going through an injury too.
Week 8 with his turf toe or ankle or whatever it was. What do I think the Lions offer Wilkins? Not as much as he wants. You guys all want to sign these best guys at the top. And Brad Holmes said, don't look for the flashy signings.
He doesn't do that.
Look for the second tier guys. It's the guy I said we should have signed last year and who helped take the team to the playoffs.
Brad Holmes is in the people that want to prove themselves. He don't want nobody that's here on their high horse. He want people that's gonna come in here and fight, and they fighting for their job and fighting for their career and fighting for a future for themselves. They're putting everything. That's the type of people Brad Holmes want in here. Like, don't think we're gonna get some big who making a name. He wants somebody that's gonna try to make their name for themselves. I was surprised when we signed CJGJ, but one of the reasons he came here because Aaron Glenn was his high school coach and everything. He had ties with Detroit. That's why we brought CJGJ here.
Paul Jones says it best: chemistry over hype. You want to know who it's a fit? A DT2 that is had a great season last year, and I said I wanted him then. Sheldon Rankins, free agent, let go from the Texans. That's a DT2. That's perfect. You put him next to McNeil, you never have to see Burrito Jones. No, Neil had a free moment because he got out of his class and he asked to come on because it's free agency. So I let him because it's been a minute since I had a fellow podcaster out here.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate you letting me come on and talk my mess and ask my questions.
Yeah. And I always have, and I always will. The other guys I like, defensive end, another mid-tier guy, AJ Empinesa that is just let go from the Bills. 3 down defensive lineman, good in the run game, good in the pass rushing, but he has to come off the field because he gets tired like everybody else, and that's when you'll see those guys like Matthew Betts and James Houston come in.
You know who I would like to see us get if his work ethic was up there?
Chase Young.
I would love to see Hutchinson with Chase Young on the opposite side. I would love to see that.
Ethic is about as good as Monica Lewinsky. It's only good when he's on his knees.
Man, I would love to see that. Like where he just, I think Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn could pull the best out of him. I think they could. Like they wouldn't let him slack. They would bring. I would love to see Chase Young on the opposite side of that. Like,
and here's another guy that's going into his second contract that's been to 2 Super Bowls already. Javon Kinlaw. We could probably have him in that $10 to $15 million range.
I wouldn't even pay close to that. That guy's just been a freaking very underwhelming first-round pick for years. That's why they went and got Javon Hargrave to pair with Eric Armstead because he couldn't cut it.
Steve is real. Yeah, the only great Packer fan that comes in and talks real shit. What's up, everyone? This is going to be very fun now. The new league year has started. He says, go, Pack, go. I read that as blow, Pack, go.
And that's a team that we need to be worried about. They look dangerous, too. Who would have thought that Packers, after they lost Aaron Rodgers, that Jordan Love would come in and lead them to a freaking playoff?
Oh, hey. Mike Garofalo. The Bears have agreed to terms with DeAndre Swift on a 3-year, $24 million sources tell him at Andrew Rappaport.
I'm about to burn my Swift jersey. I'm burning it.
Let's go.
God damn.
I told you to burn that Swift jersey last year. Yep, 2-year deal. And think about this. Swift just went to a team with one of the worst run-blocking O-lines.
We all know how dangerous Swift is when he's healthy and on the field. He's a danger. That's
right.
Regardless of how he's injury prone. But when he's on the field, he is a threat. As a Detroit Lions fan, I don't like this move. But we did get David Montgomery from the Bears, so this was their FU back move from that. I think. Y'all took David Montgomery, so we're gonna take Swift. I can see what the Bears is thinking, but you got dang boats.
Yeah, 3-year, $24 million deal. But
I can't never wear my Swift jersey again.
Swiftly, Lions Rumble says.
You know how people was like when Stafford came back, they was taping it and putting Williams on the back. I got to tape it and put Branch on the back. Like, I can't believe this dude did that, man.
Yeah. And Steve wants to say, what's up, Bandit? You know, and this is the point where I'm going to do a couple of, as the signings come out, I want them brought into the chat because I love it. But at the same time, this is that time of the show where I start talking about sponsors. And, you know, we got our favorite sponsor of all time. It's FTP. No, it ain't the florist. No, it's not Free the Puppies. What does it mean, Neil?
It's fuck the Packers, bro.
Yeah. Fuck the Packers. Skip Smith, he's not going to have that Philly line to run behind. Aaron Leiter put the FTP in the chat. And you know what? This is true. Think about this. You know who else the Philly doesn't have this year? Jason Kelce. The tush push might be done.
Yeah. So for FTP, I want to put a FTS. Fuck you, Swift.
FYS, yes. Fudge the Packers Mackinac style Orlando Escobar. It just sounds like
15.8 million guaranteed
Antonio
on that. Damn.
Banderas' character name, doesn't it? Orlando Escobar.
If y'all think we booed Stafford when he came back, y'all know what we gonna do to Swift when he come back. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Keegan brings up one good thing. Neil, are you talking about Walt because he's in one of your Ohio State guys? Dude's only had one full season on a roster.
There's only been like one good Ohio State player ever, and that's freaking CJ Stroud.
Pretty much.
What?
I said what I said.
In the
Next
NFL,
topic. Next topic.
right. Even Terrell Pryor couldn't make it as a quarterback. He had to become a wide receiver, then a tight end.
College football ain't even started yet. Y'all gonna get on me about Ohio State? Is that what we doing? I wore the Michigan jersey. I did all that. Like I paid my. We ain't about to do that right now. Like
okay, I take it back. I forgot about Chris Spielman. I take it back. Has there been one good
Ohio State guy
out of Ohio State other than
y'all just don't, all the receivers that we pushed in this league? Y'all just gonna mind none of them, right? All the corners and stuff and safeties we put in this league, y'all just gonna just guard all of them, right? We ain't gonna get on that.
Time out. I'm gonna get on that now. Fuck Ohio State because we drafted freaking Eli Apple. Fuck you.
Ain't nobody tell you. Hey, listen, I didn't tell you to drive Eli Apple like I didn't tell Detroit to drive Jeff Okuda. So we did that. Y'all gotta call your general manager on that one. Like that ain't on me.
Don't make George Toast look good, and you fleeced us.
We made him look good at Ohio State. After we done make him look good. That's on y'all. Don't put that on us. Don't put that on us. Man, he said Eli Apple. Yeah, that's where he been to a couple Super Bowls, haven't he?
And Ricky Saccott comes in with the best line yet. Fuck Ohio State anyways. Go blue, national champs, baby. Hey, there is a cash app I'm still waiting on.
I can't wait till the next 8 years we kick y'all ass now that John Harbaugh ain't there. I can't wait. Keep that same energy. Keep that same, because these next time it's gonna be a rough period for Michigan football coming up. Yeah, so go ahead.
As long as Ryan Day's there, I ain't scared.
And listen, we don't want to talk about Ohio State. We don't want to talk about Ohio State basketball beating y'all, do we? All right, so just get off my Ohio State Buckeyes. Just get off of it. We talking about this is a Lions channel, isn't it? This ain't a Michigan Wolverines. Can we talk about the Lions? Can we sign anybody? Can we get off my Ohio State team? Dang, I didn't even say nothing about that. Like, God dang.
I just want to point this out since you're an Ohio guy. LeBron left.
Here's a great one.
What you say about LeBron?
Wait. I said, since you're an Ohio guy, LeBron left twice there. Just want to point that out.
I'm a Boston Celtics fan. I don't care about LeBron and his receiving hairline.
Here we go. The Bears signed to more than they would re-sign Montgomery. Imbecile.
You know why? Because the Bears is sorry as hell. They looking for anything. They ain't got no. They got no answer over there. What the hell's going on? They practice. All their equipment got stolen from them and sold to a Pee Wee football team. I know the owner that bought it for the Pee Wee team. I'm just saying, Chicago don't know what's going on over there.
Hold on here real quick. Steve in the chat, better be worried about the Irish. Why? Are they finally going to join a conference? Because until then, they don't fucking matter.
Right.
They've been irrelevant for years.
They've been irrelevant since Montana graduated.
Since
I'm not wrong.
Since Brady Quinn was their quarterback, they've been irrelevant. We don't want to hear about nothing about no damn Notre Dame.
Like I said, way back when Joe Montana graduated was the last time they were relevant. Lou Holtz
Notre Dame.
Well, time out.
Get out the chat with that.
They were relevant when Manti Te'o was there, but that was just because of his fake girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, don't talk about King Catfish. King Catfish. He don't even know. He was in love with somebody he never met before. Don't talk about King Catfish. You fall in love with somebody who won't text messages. Bro, you deserve to get, bro. King Catfish. That's why I don't date nobody. I don't do none of that. Like, nah, I need to meet you face to face. I need to see your face, girl. Let me see your teeth. Like But the breaking news is Swift did sign with the Bears, so it's FTS. Fuck you, Swift. Yeah.
15.3 million guaranteed is according to his agent.
For who? Swift?
Swift, yeah.
That means he got 6 games guaranteed. 6 games guaranteed this season. I mean, we ain't worried about Swift. I know one thing. Swift compared to our running back right now from the boy from Bama, don't even compare, bro. So Swift can go. I will never wear my Swift jersey again. Never again.
Here we go. Who would you rather have on this roster right now, David Montgomery or DeAndre Swift?
Swift, David Montgomery.
I know. You started to say DeAndre.
I'm so used to saying Swift. I did, but Jeremy, you had to point that out. You had to clear my fault. But yeah, I want Montgomery.
Yeah, amen.
Montgomery, listen, he don't fall on first tap. Montgomery, that's how he hurt himself the first couple games. Montgomery, that man.
Swift in his career year, even when he was healthy, never had double-digit touchdowns.
No. Yo, real quick. Deion Dawkins, tackle for the Bills, has just posted that he is being released.
Ooh, Deion Dawkins. Ooh. He's good. Ooh. He's good.
I'll take that. Him and Lee McNeil with Hutchinson on him. I'll take that.
No. Deion Dawkins is an offensive tackle, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. We can replace Jordan Jackson with him. Do we play the right or the left side?
We just talked about that, Merklinger.
Dawkins play the right or the left side?
Left. Dawkins plays left. And with the injury concerns with Taylor Decker, it wouldn't be a bad depth move because he's younger.
Oh, y'all just keep throwing shots at my Ohio State alumni. Like, Decker ain't did nothing but being consistent over here. Like,
you're talking about a guard.
He's gonna play. Yeah, his might be his last year, but he's gonna play through injuries and everything. So,
Greg Collins, they just re-signed Graham Glasgow, yes, but he's a guard/center. He's not a tackle. We didn't re-sign Matt Nelson this year. We didn't re-sign the other guy that was sitting there. We brought back the rookie Colby Gaynor to the practice squad, but he's not on the active roster yet. So having a valid option like Deion Dawkins as a backup and as your swing tackle, oof, I'd like that.
Pretty sure.
You're talking about a dominant 6-man offensive line. Ricky Scott's on you still. FTB, fuck the Buckeyes.
Man.
DJ Reader is another solid DT2. I like DJ Reader. He was somebody we were looking at last year. If we can get him in that mid-tier market, that 8 to 12 million range, it's a great signing. Same with Sheldon Rankin.
Hold on 1 second.
Sheldon Rankin, you guys should have got him last year.
Deion Dawkins signed an extension now. Oh, so it was a release to clear cap. 3 years, 60 million. So they're backloading it?
Ooh. They released him and then re-signed him. Huh.
We do the same thing with Tracy Walker.
That's fucked up.
Or BTF. Fuck the fuck guys. I like that better. Ricky's on one today. $50 million guaranteed for Landon Dickerson is what that is.
That fucking Swift deal really pisses me off because that means the rest of the guys that are in the free agency are guys like fucking Barkley, Pollard, freaking Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry. They're all going to get $10 million more on top of whatever the hell that guy got. So they're going to market to like $12 million a fucking year.
The running back class of this year is not going to get paid that much because the running back class of the draft is so deep. Mark my words on that.
Overpay for Swift at $8 million a year. That's an overpay. For the production he puts on the field, it's an overpay. You can't tell me it's not Bandit. He had 4 touchdowns last year. Played all season, but had 4 touchdowns.
And made the Pro Bowl, though.
Because it's a popularity contest. He
Swift
wasn't
ain't
an
popular.
That's a fan-voted thing. There's more fans in Philly than there is in half the cities in the country. I'm not wrong.
I know you ain't wrong. I just don't like. I'm just picturing Swift in that Bears jersey, and it's just pissing me off.
No, I'm picturing it too, and I can't wait for one of our guys to hit him, namely Kirby Joseph, right above that knee. The knee hunter. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Everybody wants to say he's dirty. Let's get it out there. He's the knee hunter.
Listen, we could be dirty in Detroit. It's so cold in the D. It's supposed to be. And I ain't got no problem with dirty players. Y'all made the rules like that. You can't call a player dirty when they made the rules like that. You can't hit them nowhere else. So y'all want us to hit people at their knees.
I just said that. I must have missed it.
Y'all want us to hit people at the knees. So like, you can't call them dirty when that's what the rules is telling you to do.
They need to just quit being bitches and let the violence come back to football.
Ricky Sakat, Philly offensive line last year, I could have scored 4 touchdowns. Buck Swift and both DeAndre and Taylor. LOL.
You wish you could fuck Taylor Swift with that money.
I don't.
We're talking about Taylor Swift. Taylor, that's my girl. That's my girl. I mess with you. I'm a Swiftie.
The warped Carpenter's dream with the toxic punani.
Jeremy, if you got that punani, that it would change your life.
It would change his bank account, not his life.
Change your life.
It would just my bank account, not my life. I'd still be.
Man, your bank account, your whole life would change.
I'd just be in a better
what?
house.
We from going from driving a Subaru to a Mercedes Benz. That's a life changer right there. Everybody need a Taylor Swift in their life.
How much do I think DJ Reader gets? I think he's on par with the Sheldon Rankins type of contract, somewhere between $8 and $12 million. I think that's their market value as a mid-tier DT2. He's not an elite DT1. He's actually what we need. Everybody wants us to go out and get these elite DT1s. McNeil just started to come into his own as a DT1. You get him a big body that knows how to get low and take on double teams to free up McNeil more. He might have an all-pro season.
Now let's talk. McNeil, he did best when did best when he had who beside him?
Bugs.
We need a big body next to him, man. We need a big body next to him.
Everybody misses it. I'd rather have Beyonce for sure.
Everybody misses in the 2 or 3 games that Broderick Martin played. He took on double teams, and Aleem got 1 or 2 of his sacks while Broderick Martin was on the field.
That's why we need that big body.
He has to have that big body guy that takes 2 guys to take down, whether they're upright or not. And the only thing I can say, everybody says, "Oh, Broderick Martin is a wasted pick. Doesn't know football."
Because he's a run. He's either run stopping.
He's a run stopper, and he
gotta know your
loss in 17 steps. He had
10 doubles. That's his job. Everybody's here to do a job. You feel me? You do your job. What brought you here for?
Because you don't play.
When you had Isaiah Buggs and Aleem McNeil in there, of course you ain't gonna play. Why not sit here and develop you while we know you ain't playing? So when it's time for you to play, you're ready for it. And you can see the Lions have did that with numerous of players that we did. That we got.
If you on that, explain to me why the hell you guys have a kicker on the roster.
What? Because why? Listen, okay. Either you can have $3 or $6. Which we gonna pick? All right, then we going for 6. Forget the 3. That's how we do it in Detroit. Everybody else can pick for 3. We need a touchdown. That's 7. We need that $6, bro. You feel me? You keep your 3. We need 6. We doubling that. And I understand that. Why play it safe?
If you're not going to use them, why have them on the roster?
And
because we need you to kick extra points.
Joseph Austin gets another
go for 2
comment today here. Chicago not addressing the O-line is fine with me.
That's why It's different. Detroit is different, bro. Like we're not used to this, bro. Like he came in with his own style. We don't copycat nothing. Our coach came in with his own style, his own method, and succeeded at that. You think we're gonna change? We were a half away from the Super Bowl, bro. The way his coaching stuff. If we would have made it to the Super Bowl, y'all wouldn't be questioning my coach going for it. And Josh Reynolds would have dropped the balls, y'all wouldn't be questioning my coach going for it.
Amen.
None of that. So I don't want to hear that. Why change something if it? Listen, why change something if it got you where you to the highest point you have been in 32 years? 32 years, bro. This is the highest point we got in 32 years, bro. You think we're gonna change our method? What got us here? No.
Just because they suck for 32 years doesn't mean you don't weigh risk versus reward in the exact situation.
So a man came in here with a different strategy and a different style than anybody else that been here and got farther than any of them. Why would you change your style?
Von Doom, now you're going that way after you said you agreed because you know the one stat that I looked up that matters about that. Michael Badgley, anywhere 40 yards or more outside other than Denver or in the dome of Detroit, was 9 of 35.
But Jeremy, Dan Campbell even came out and said even if he had Justin Tucker back there kicking it, he would have still went for it. You know why? Because this is our playing style. Hold on. Listen, this is our playing style. This is our strategy. This is our method. We're not going with everybody else going in the league. This is Detroit Lions football. The new Lions.
I understand.
This is how we do it in Detroit.
Justin Tucker, he would have absolutely went for it. And if anyone believes that he would, he's a goddamn liar.
My coach ain't never lied to me before, so why would I not believe him?
Because it's Justin fucking Tucker. You take the same.
I don't care. I don't care. You know who our coach is? Dan fucking Campbell. You know what it is today? He got that fight, that grit in him. You think? Yeah, he want that knock you out. Ain't no chance of you getting back up over here.
So you're telling me if you guys had Justin Tucker, he wouldn't even have kicked one of those field goals to fucking take it into the win?
With Dan Campbell as our coach? Nope.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, you not. You must not know Dan. You must not know Dan.
Young guy says it best. Detroit equals big nuts.
Big ass nuts. We've been drinking Flint water. You can't drink Flint water, and we drink Flint water out here. You can't drink Flint water nowhere else in America.
All right.
You can't. We going for it, bro. 6.6 is better than 3.
I got to talk about one of my other sponsors because this one actually pays me. It's Glasgow, the best window tinner in Saginaw and the Tri-Cities here in Michigan. Give him a call today. Schedule your appointment. He does window tinting and auto detailing. Mention this ad, he'll give you a discount. 989-443-9240. He is located at 409 Hamilton Street in Saginaw.
You got that picture of that one car with the tinted windows?
Yeah, I got one. You want one?
Yeah. Show my car real quick. That I wanted. There you go, right there. It's bad.
You got
that's
this
Detroit
one.
flavor right there. That's Detroit. That's that Detroit Dan Campbell swag right there. You feel me?
Yeah.
Hit him up, y'all, if y'all need y'all windows tinted, man. For real.
That's Campbell's wife's car right there. She don't want to be seen going down the road because she's afraid somebody might try to take out her kneecap.
Man, it feel good, so good talking football, man. It's been
a minute since we talked, brother. What? I think it was just before Christmas last time we talked on the air together.
Man, it's just
because you went.
And then I'm going to school, and they got me reviewing Cavs games, going to Cavs. I don't like Cleveland, but hey, I gotta do. But it's so good to talk football, man. Like football season, off season is too long. Too long.
That is Uncle Timothy Becker. How you doing,
Timmy? What's up, Uncle Timmy?
And Holmes did say that there will be a kicking competition in PAC, whether it's at the draft or UDFA, a young free agent.
That's fine.
Josh McCarty or Harold Mevis out of Missouri. That's the 2 kickers I want.
We got kicking competitions all we gonna, but it don't matter because we ain't gonna use them unless there's extra points because we going for it. we need y'all winning. Hey, kick this extra point. Other than that, just sit here and wave to the crowd. Like
if you got a guy who can hit from 61 yards in college, you might actually take that shot from the 47. You might.
Depend. If he missed a couple of them in practice, If Dan Campbell see him miss a couple in practice, we're not calling on you on Sunday. I'm just saying.
Dan Campbell, if you miss an extra point, he don't use you anymore. Get it right,
man. Even at Ballard, what's his name? Ballard made that 54-yarder in versus the Rams. When he came the next week, he was like,
"That's the truth." Dan Campbell,
we're not in Detroit.
Football, like most people play Madden, high risk, high reward. But at the same time,
look what the reward is. Somewhere
risk,
we ain't been in a long time. Why change it up?
Shit, crazy that it didn't work.
And the only reason why it didn't work is because that man didn't catch the damn ball.
Right.
Totally different conversation if that man would have caught one of the two of them balls. Hey man, hey y'all order these Lions cups that they got up here, man. Too, man. Them is sweet, man. For real, them is sweet, man. Y'all hit Jeremy up, man. Y'all hit Jeremy up if y'all want these cups, man. For real, if you a true Lions fan, man, order a cup for them, man. For real.
And look, there's our national championship, Michigan Wolverines.
Don't order the Michigan Cup, okay? I didn't say don't mess up your whole year for the next 4 years because Jim Harbaugh gone. But y'all do want the Detroit Lions Cup that's up there. You feel me? That's all I gotta say.
We got our own Detroit Lions FPP Cup. And Ken Pusher says again, statistics told him to go for it on 4th down. I know this. Man,
statistics can tell me, hey Neil, if you with this girl, you have a better life, but she ugly. But if you with this girl and she fine, it might be a little rougher. But you with a fine girl, I'm still going with the fine girl. So I'm just saying.
And Ricky Scott
statistics don't mean everything, bro.
Ricky Scott says, "That's my cup, Bandit. You better back up, homeboy." I need a Lion Stanley.
We can make it if you want it.
We can make it. But
shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all being on here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. For real, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button to Jeremy's channel, man. Everybody that's in the chat right now, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. That y'all come in the channel, man. For real.
87 subs on YouTube for the kneecap biters with the Detroit Lions or Motor City Lions. We got 629 on Football Talk 365. And in the Lions Villain Squad on Facebook, we got 45,000 strong, approaching 50,000. Ricky Scott says, shout out to all three of you guys. Great show today, man. Thank you.
We going back on tonight?
Oh, yeah. We're going back on with a recap at 9:30, of course.
I'll be at the Cavaliers game because I got to do my little school stuff. So I bet the Cavaliers Phoenix Suns game. If I could have made it, German, I would have been there. But we could do one tomorrow if you want to, man.
I got tonight, Wednesday night. I'm gonna invite Steve is real. I'm gonna invite, if you're out there, Jamez, Minneapolis, Minnesota, you better be listening. You're invited too for Wednesday night because it's the NFC North and AFC North mock draft week. I want to see these fans of the other teams come on and draft for their team, pretend they're GM. I want to see
Minnesota ain't good for nothing but the My Pillows.
And I understand. So you're saying I should buy a hooker jersey? Yes, along with the 3 million girls on 6 Mile.
Ooh, real quick.
After this year, we still got a year of Jared Goff, my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback.
Just reported.
Goff don't take us to the promised land this year.
Vikings
signing Texans edge Jonathan Gennard.
Oh, Jonathan Gennard. He's actually an edge, not a DT. It's a DN. Yep. And Aaron Leitert says, I love my pillows. Yes, I believe you posted those pillows you picked up.
That's
in the home state of Minnesota.
So Jonathan Gennard, former Texans DN.
He had 12 sacks this year. It's not bad.
No, he had a great year. And technically,
how much of that was Ryan's defense, though?
Oh, a lot of it was DeMeco Ryan's defense and Sheldon Rankin and Will Anderson Jr. helping on the other side to free him up because he didn't have a year. Oh, you're all the way in Montana. That's great. My nephew lives in Montana. He's up near Kalispell in the mountains, up on a homestead.
Hey, y'all all hate about that Ohio State hate. You feel me? But Ohio State quarterback was throwing to a Michigan wide receiver, so we got to stop. We got to stop.
And yeah, we got to stop the hate. Let's stop the hate. Let's just say this: C.J. Stroud, Nico Collins connection is strong. It was strong with Tank Hill until he got hurt.
I just also want to put this out there again. CJ Stroud is the greatest player that's ever come from Ohio State.
Bro, stop that, bro. Come on, man. You don't watch football, bro. Come on.
Tell me who's better. Tell me who's better.
Oh my God, bro. Like the Saints corner that got over there. What's his name?
Marshawn Lattimore.
Dog. Come on now, like we got dogs from Ohio State on our defense now. Okay, y'all can give me the thing about Ohio State quarterbacks. I get it. It's the first time we had an Ohio State quarterback that stepped up in the National Football League and actually stepped up and performed. I get that. I accept that. Yes, you're right. But other than that, other positions than that, come on, bro. You can't say that, bro.
No, I'm gonna flat out say CJ Stroud is that dude because you know what? He's done something nobody else has ever done. Even
I said that.
Missing those 2 games, he was the best quarterback in NFL this year. He should have won the fucking MVP. No rookie
I don't know about all that.
Should have had that. Yes, he should have.
Christian McCaffrey, bro, he did more for that 49ers team that you giving him credit for, bro.
Here we go. Titans released Derrick Henry, right? But they signed Tony Pollard.
Nice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they signed Tony Pollard today.
Well,
I can't wait to talk to Jay Reed. Jay Reed, your Tennessee team gonna be ball ass, bro. Trash.
JB, are you they're expected to sign Tony Pollard? Okay, I see. Or Aaron Wilson and Ralph.
Ohio State went from natural grass to athletic turf to keep the cheerleaders from grazing at halftime. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, my fucking mouth. God damn.
I'm sorry. That was funny, Neil. You got to admit, that one was funny.
That hurt my heart.
So it's not official. Okay. Expected to sign and signed is 2 different things. Thank you for clarifying, people.
I don't want to see Derrick Henry in a Cowboys jersey either.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. And
especially considering he just bought another house in Dallas.
Did he really?
Yep, 2 days ago.
That means some tampering happened.
I would rather see him there than Baltimore, though.
Wait, Texans? What are you talking about, Andrew? The Titans are expected to sign Tony Pollard. It's not a done deal yet. The reason Ohio State has a horseshoe stadium is so the fans can find their way in and out of the stadium.
Okay. Listen. Jeremy, I appreciate you bring him on. Right. This abuse right now.
I'm not even the one saying it. I'm just reading it from the chat. Come on now.
I know. I'm saying the abuse for the chat. Listen, I'm a Lions fan through and through. I got y'all tatted on my body when we went 0-16 because the people in Ohio didn't believe. Like, I'm a Leo. You feel me? I love my Lions. You feel me? I hand painted all this. My whole
Anytime I hear those Ohio fans talking shit about the 0-16 team, who was the second 0-16 team?
Listen. The Browns sold their fucking team to somebody else. Like, y'all are irrelevant as
twice.
I would never say go Cleveland. I would never say go Cincinnati, but I will say go Buckeyes. You feel me? I would never say go Cavs. I will say go Buckeyes because that's my squad. You feel me?
I'm gonna say this.
It's like Detroit. Nobody can tell me nothing about Detroit. You can't tell me nothing about Ohio State.
Let Von Doom say something.
Yeah, you can't hate on the Browns, man, because you know what? Those fans deserve to be fucking winners with that goddamn team. Their owner said, fuck them, fuck that city, and left in the middle of the goddamn night. And they fucking.
You can't say fuck the Browns. You just think you can't say fuck the Browns?
I just said you can't say fuck the Browns. You know why? Because somebody came back in there, brought that franchise back, and those fans are still fucking loyal as fuck.
That was just a man who's seen a lot of money in Cleveland. They're like, hey, we bring our team back here, we can double our revenue. So yeah, you can't say fuck the goddamn Browns. Like,
Ohio State is one of those states that needs 2 football teams, nothing like a
Okay,
second.
Pollard is with the Titans now. It's official.
Okay.
Fuck you, goddamn Pollard.
If the Chargers
Wow.
didn't choke, Cleveland would have went 0-16 in back-to-back seasons. This is facts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Jonathan Gennard, the Gennard deal, 76 over 4.
76 over 4. That's a lot of money for a DN. So, like I said, you might want to go for those mid-tier guys that have just under 10 sacks for opposite Hutch. Otherwise,
Cincinnati ain't been good in almost the same amount of time as the goddamn Lions. They got Joe Burrow and Chase over there, and they finally turned their year around. Now we're supposed to give praise to the Bengals. Like, no.
Who was dead last in the AFC last year? Wait, who was dead last and missed the playoffs last year? That's all I got to ask.
Like I said, they had one good year when they went to the Super Bowl. They got Joe Burrow and Chase. Like, that makes everything different. No, they went to the playoffs year after year after year after year, but didn't win a game. Oh, no, Cincinnati. No. When you live in Ohio and you see what's going on, like, you'll see this is different. No Cleveland. No Cincinnati.
Okay, Jimmy, you got to hop off.
No Detroit.
You got to hop off, Dan?
Yeah, we've been almost 2 hours. I got something to do.
All right. You go do some stuff. Take care of what you got to do. I'm going to sit here for a minute because, it's free agency period. And this is fun.
Okay, buddy. I'll let you play.
All right.
Yeah, I'm be with him too because I got to go get the old lady from work. But I did hop on here because, I ain't got nothing but love for you, Jeremy. I appreciate everything that you did. Like, hey, this man right here, y'all, when I first started, bro, like, he looked out for me very much. Like, I wouldn't be who I am without him, like, on some real shit, man. And I like to say, Jeremy, I appreciate it, man, for real. Like, for you to just give me the opportunity to work with you, man. Like, no, a lot of people didn't, man. Open doors for me, man. I like to say, man, I appreciate it, man. Even when we thought we had controversy, it was one thing we always sat down and figured it out as man, like men should do, man. Like, it came to a conclusion of it, man. And I respect you for that. I respect you for some real shit, man.
Not us.
For real. And I respect you for that, man, for real shit, man. So I like to say once again, if y'all ain't subscribed to his channel, man, subscribe to his channel, man, for real. You heard it from the bandit first. I did this because that's my boy Smokkin JDB, man. Like, I still owe you for that Ohio State Michigan game, but I'm in school, so if I can pay you in full steps, our debt will be clear. But we're gonna work on that. You feel me? But other than that, man, I like to say, Jeremy, I appreciate everything you have ever done for me, man. For real, man. I truly do, man. For real, man.
I appreciate you too, brother. What do you think of that new logo, though?
Man, and you gonna get away with that because you get the lion's foot covered up, so they can't say it's the whole. Yeah, that's hot, bro. That's hot. Yeah, you got it, bro. For real. But yeah, everybody that's watching this, man, please subscribe to my man's chat, man. I mean, my man on YouTube, man. The man Jerry B, man. I'm Bandit, man. You feel me? I got.
Yep. Go check
you
out.
Feel me?
What's your new channel called? You changed it,
Detroit. Right? It's called Detroit Fan Report. You feel me? We got a bunch of fans from Detroit. You feel me? We talk on air. We talk Lions,
and
Tigers,
like me, NFL
Red
show.
Wings. Yeah, we got NFL show. You feel me? We got a draft show coming up this next coming week, man. We just had to rebrand our stuff, man. You feel me? But make sure y'all look out for us, man. But like I said, subscribe to this man show.
Look, if this was a show with just us, that would be the name. Smokkin and the Bandit.
Smokkin and the Bandit. A Bandit Beauty, you feel me? No. But yeah, man, I appreciate it, Jeremy, man. For real, man. Like, hey, y'all, make sure y'all subscribe to this man. Make sure y'all subscribe to this man's channel, man. This man know what he talk. Mr. Analytics right here. Like I used to call him. What I used to call him? What I used to call you? What I used to call you? Oh.
Stat professor or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. Hey, that man know what he talk about, man. So make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man. Jeremy, man, I appreciate it, man.
Did you hear
I really
me?
do, man. I'm gonna let you get on with the draft show, man. Hey, I will get on tonight, but tomorrow, Wednesday, you have a show, I will be there, man.
All right, yeah. Wednesday, like I said, NFC North draft is what we're doing. We're talking about all the signings throughout the day and everything else. Every day we're going on. D. Henry to Dallas is more than likely happening. Derrick Henry.
They still owe us 2 points in Dallas. I ain't gonna lie. They still owe us 2 points in Dallas. We ain't even gonna talk about that right now, though.
Yeah, we won that game. We were 13 and 4.
Yeah, we won that game.
Lion strong.
Yes, sir. Hey, One Pride Nation, man, all grit, man. I love y'all, man. For real, man. Y'all, let's get it, man. This is our year, though.
I do
It's our
got
year.
one more sponsor to talk about because I picked up a new one since the last time you were on, Bandit. I am sponsored by where I work, Brandon's Tire Service. New and used tires at a great price. 602 West Atherton Road at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton. 810-233-8230. We're not trying to get rich off of any one person. We're trying to get rich off of everybody. That's why we got some of the greatest prices in the city of Flint. And if they trust us to work on a 1963 European edition Rolls Royce, you might want us to do your little car too. Because that's $500K a car right there.
Especially if you got a Cavalier. Bro, I appreciate you having me on, Jeremy. You sent me the invite, man. Hey, Keegan, man, I love you, man. Ain't nothing but love, man. For real. Hit me up, man. But with that said, Jeremy B, man, you know I ain't got nothing but love for you, brother. With that, I'm gonna have to part my ways on and gotta go with the old lady from work, man.
Yep, I got you. I got to get off here too. I got to take a minute to reset before I got to hop on with Russell Wayne and Main Event Mike doing updates. It's been one hell of a day, gentlemen. We've been
And
on
it's just getting started, y'all.
We've been on for almost 2 hours having fun, just talking football, little Ohio State, Michigan shit in the middle. But it's been fun talking Lions football. Hey, I threw it both ways because you talked about our team, we talked about yours. Come on now.
For sure, man. Ain't nothing but love, man. You already know that.
Yep. But I love you guys. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before because that's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts in here. Much love to everybody in the chat. We got Ricky Sakat, one of our Patreons that donates to us. We got a new donator in Lorenzo. We got all y'all. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting me, getting the likes up. Share this with your Lions fans in every group you're in because that also helps us get the word out about what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build something here. I want to be something great. Dabs on the way out, dabs on the way in. Let's get it.
One Pride Nation, let's go.
Fading new to your